Friends, it is Black Friday, and so that means there's a whole bunch of sales out there. And if you're a prepper or if you want to get a little more prepared, there's a lot of opportunities to stock up on a few things. There's also a great opportunity to plug some holes in your preps. I'm going to go through some ideas that you may never have heard of before. Some things that kind of occurred to me and some things I thought about and some things I've never heard from any prepping channels. So some of these options are going to be great options. You're going to want to see those. Maybe they'll spark some ideas on things you may need, some things that you may want to get redundancies on, and some things just are a great bargain. All right, friends, we're going to hop into this. Let's get into those deals right away. All right, one of the great deals out there is a Battery Daddy. These battery packs, I got one of these a few years back, I think, a year or so back. $10 and it organizes all your batteries. It's two-sided, so you got the battery tester in there, and then also you have all the batteries that go in there. Back side of it holds even more batteries. 150 batteries go into this thing. You're going to have all the sizes that you need in there. It's just perfect. If you have batteries wandering all over your house, that's not a great way to stay organized, right? It's hard to stay organized that way. Anyway, another option, check out for the pinned comment down below in the description down below for links to these things. They are affiliate links, but they don't charge you any more for that, but it does help out the channel just a little bit. A few pennies here and there, right? Anyway, Amazon Basics Ratchet Combination Wrench Set, 29% off. They already are a generic brand and they already make them really cheap. So you're looking at $15 for a full wrench set. If you're anything like me, you probably lose one or two of these of each set, and they just kind of wander around. It's nice that this has a little carrying case that locks them in. So definitely think about that if you need those. Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil. Now, not to make your hat, right? That doesn't do anything. I think we all realize that. But 55% off aluminum foil, heavy duty. This is thick stuff. If you want to cook over in a fire, you can cook over a campfire with Reynolds wrap. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can build EMP shield to block against EMP. Your electronics, so definitely stuff you could do with that. There's a lot of uses for aluminum foil, even plates, reusable plates, sort of. It just lots and lots of options to do with that. Anyway, that's a great deal right there. 130 square feet for under $8, right? All right, Star Kiss Chunk Light Tuna in oil. 5-ounce can, 68 cents. That's a pretty good deal. So you're looking at a pretty good stock up item there if you're up for tuna, and it's name brand, right? So August Farms has a whole bunch of sales going on right now. I think we're going to talk about some potatoes coming up here, but carrots, diced carrots, 216 servings for under $11. That's 35% off. Usually this doesn't go down quite that far. So that is a good deal there. You're going to need some vegetables, but you want vegetables that are packed with actual nutrients. And carrots are a good one to choose there. All right, minute ready to serve chicken and herb flavored rice. So you're basically got these, they're almost like MREs. They're shelf stable. You don't have to refrigerate them. They're like the MREs in the sense that you just heat them up, or you can eat them without heating them. But they're shelf stable, and you just pop the top and eat it as is. So you're looking at less than $1 a pack, but each pack I think is two cups. So you're looking at like 50 cents a little pack. That's like 200 some calories already. You know, it's got the water in it and everything like that, so you don't need to add anything. You just need to either heat it up or just eat it straight. So that's actually a really good option for stocking up on MREs, the equivalent of MRE. All right, Duck brand winter window insulation kit. I bought one last year, and I insulated all my windows. This is clear film. You can see right through it. It's fine. You can do your windows up, and it just provides a plastic seal over your windows. that keeps air going in and out and really increases the, especially if you have a drafty old home, this will really reduce your heating bill. And if power outage happens or if something else happens like that, it will significantly increase your survivability by making your house a lot more insulated. So save you money, plus it'll keep things warmer, you'll be more comfortable. All around, every winter, I always put up insulation kits over the windows. I used to just get a big plastic roll and then just put it over the top of the windows, and it was not clear. And that was back when I was just bootstrapping it a little. This is a great deal right there going on. 19 bucks. It does 15 windows. It unfolds. It's a great kit. Anyway, you can DIY it yourself too. You can get a roll of plastic and duct tape and just do it yourself. It will leave residue. But anyway, here's a cool one. I haven't seen anyone talk about these things. Quick Dam. Quick Dam is basically it's a dry rolled thing that they send to you. It's got the super absorbent gel on the inside of it. So basically, in order to build a barrier 5 foot long, 3.5 inches tall, which is enough to get you something. 5 foot long, 4-pack for $29. That's 50% off. 4 of them, and they're reusable. So you got to dry them out in order to make it kind of go down again, and then as soon as it gets moist again, it will just swell back up again. These things get real heavy and it will block water. So just follow the instructions on that. But this is something I haven't seen anyone really talking about or looking at. And of course you can stack them on top of each other to get an even taller barrier. But if you have flooding in your area ever, this is a really important one to have out there. So it's lightweight until you get it wet. So you can put these away into storage and then break them out when you need them. All right. Sliced potatoes from Augustin Farms. These are dehydrated, of course, in the can. $6.40 for 14 ounces of dehydrated potatoes. It goes pretty far, and it's better than canned, like moist canned ones, because it will, it's a lot easier to move around and more portable. Or you can get the canned stuff too, but I think this is a little cheaper than even the canned ones. Anyway, great deal there, 33% off. Metal garage shelving unit, heavy duty 5-tier adjustable storage shelves, 33% off. It's a nice set of shelves if you need these for your garage. I have not these exact ones, but they sure look similar. Pretty much the same ones. I think they're all very similar. Anyway, 60 bucks. You have a big shelving unit, 72-inch tall. That's pretty big, and 3,000 pound capacity. So it's a pretty big shelving unit. So you can use it in your garage, you can use it in your storeroom. If you're looking at stocking up, that's one of the things I really want to talk about is options on increasing your storage. I think a lot of people are like that. You want to stock up more, but you don't have anywhere to put it. All right, over-the-door organizer with 5 large pockets. So if you have doors, if you're in an apartment or something like that and you need more storage, one option is to use your doors. Your doors are storage. So that's just under 19 bucks, 37% off. This may be a great idea for some of you who need some more storage space. Don't put anything too heavy in there, but it can carry 44 pounds, assuming your door can handle that. So that is a great option there. You might want to pick up a couple of those. That will give you a bunch of spots to put a bunch of that miscellaneous stuff. So, yeah, check that out. And then there's under the bed storage. Okay, these are like kind of like plastic tote kind of things, like suitcases almost. But anyway, 90 liters of under bed storage containers, 4-pack. These slide right under your bed. You can stuff them with stuff, and then you can grab the handles and pull them out from under your bed. You can stack them on top of each other if there's enough room under there. So this is a great storage option there too. If you can't get totes under there, but you need something a little softer. That's where these come in. These are softer sided ones. 19 bucks, 27% off. A lot of good deals out there. All right, if things go sideways and you can't use your toilet anymore, you might need to poop in a bucket. That is a possibility. Now, if you can go out back and dig a hole and set up a latrine of sorts, that would be a great idea. But if you need to poop in a bucket or go to the bathroom in a bucket, this is definitely an option. It's got a back to it so you can close the lid and just get a sturdy 5-gallon bucket and put this on the top, and you're good to go, literally, right? 16 bucks, and it even has a little toilet paper roll holder. If you have enough toilet paper. If you don't have enough toilet paper, you can use a cloth or something like that along those lines. Anyway, that's a great idea. A lot of people don't have that, right? So there's that option there. Mondo Shop fire blankets. I mentioned these before. I am a big proponent of fire blankets. If you haven't noticed that already, you know, just the idea that this could save lives. A lot of people are intimidated by fire extinguishers. A lot of people know that if they pull that trigger on the fire extinguisher, it's going to make a mess like nobody's business. And people are reluctant to do it. And so they try to do other things, and sometimes it delays putting out the fire. So, fire blanket, pull it out, just grab the tabs, pull it out, throw it on top of the fire, and run. You can do it like that. You can throw it on top of the fire and, make sure it goes out. But, this is a great thing to have. This is a great thing for your friends and family members to have. These make great gifts. They're so simple to use. Smaller, weaker people can use them better, right? If you have problems with pulling pins out of fire extinguishers and lifting heavy fire extinguishers and aiming them and all that kind of stuff, and fire blankets just a lot simpler. Yep, definitely think about that. Anyway, have one in your bedroom, have one of those in your kitchen, or multiples in your kitchen. Make sure the fire blankets are everywhere. They're super, super useful, and they don't take up much space. Anyway, and they're cheap, $5 a pop, right? You can't even get a hamburger at McDonald's for that much anymore. All right, disposable lighters. I'm a big proponent of these as well. 50 lighters for $10. Not all of them are going to work. I mean, that's just how it's going to work. But if you stockpile a few of these bricks of them, they come sealed in a plastic brick, you can just stack them up and just kind of put them away to the side. And if you ever need to use them as barter material, these things make great barter materials. But then also just if you ever need fire, you got it, right? So that's a great option there. Again, all these links are down in the description or in the pinned comment down below. All right, dry top multi-purpose poly tarp. Big proponent of these too. This will capture enough rainwater to keep you alive. If you need water, definitely think about getting water from the sky. If you have a creek or you have water on your property, that's cool. But if you need water, have a bunch of clean tarps still in the plastic wrap, ready to go, and you can just deploy them when it starts raining and funnel all that water into a collection, and you have water. So if you don't have water collection sorted out, friends, just get a bunch of tarps, have some good clean 5-gallon buckets, and have a shovel. You may need to dig a hole to put the bucket in, and then put the tarp on top of the ground, and have that whole tarp funneling it into the bucket. Anyway, 4-pack smoke detectors. I am a proponent of carbon monoxide detectors, but I'm also a proponent of these smoke detectors, right? 4-pack, 9-volt battery, $30 for 4. I mean, again, $7 a piece. This is a big thing. I believe that you should really have battery-powered ones in case the power goes out, right? And then in addition to that, these are not just your regular smoke detectors. These are photoelectric sensors. Back when I worked for ADT for a very short period of time, One of the things that we learned about was the difference between the normal smoke detectors, which use ionizing plates. Basically, they pick up smoke pretty good. Smoke detector, right? But what they don't pick up, they pick up like fast burning, like flames. But what they don't pick up is smoke, smoldering smoke. And a lot of times fires start off smoldering. Photoelectric sensors will go off by just the presence of smoke. You'd be surprised how much smoke detectors can sit in a cloud of smoke without going off because there's no open flame. It's the particles that come off the open flame that set off normal smoke detectors. These will give you a head start. They cost more. That's why people don't like them. But they could save you minutes in a fire, which could allow you to put out the fire as opposed to perishing in the fire, right? There's a big difference there. Rechargeable flashlights, LED, of course, but rechargeable off USB. So if you have battery pack, if you have a battery bank for your phone, you can recharge LED lights off of that. You can recharge these when you go to town. If your power's out, you go into town, you can plug in a bunch of battery-powered devices. These are battery devices, so you can recharge the flashlights again and again. Don't have to use up your batteries. $16.79 for 2 battery operated flashlights, rechargeable flashlights. Good deal there. It'll also give you a percentage on how much battery life you have there left. $20 for 5 athletic shirts. These are probably synthetic. These are good liners for underclothes. If you're layering clothes, you need an undershirt to kind of collect your sweat a little bit, and that will keep it off your next layer. Good move there. Now, I'm sure these shirts are cheap and thin, but they are synthetic, which is good for layering. 5 shirts for $20. That's hard to beat as well, isn't it? Multiple sizes on that one. All right, Cozery food dehydrator. There are cheaper food dehydrators. These are $99.99 with the sale going on right now. There are cheaper ones, the plastic circular ones. But if you're embarrassed about having that on your countertop and you want one that kind of looks good on your countertop, if dehydrating is going to be a part of your life, or if it already is, and you want it just in your kitchen in a convenient place, if you use it a lot, get a little bit nicer one, a little more heavy duty one that is a little easier to wash, all that kind of stuff. I have this one. I have the 6-tray one. This is the 5-tray one. So it's slightly smaller than the one I have, but it works just great, and it just works. That's the big thing, right? You can get all sorts of complicated things that'll save you a few bucks, but let's get down to it. If you're going to be making a lot of dehydrated stuff, might as well get one that's going to be easy for you. Hang on one second. Flaxseed. So 8 ounces for $2. Flaxseed. Now, what is this so important for? People say it's a superfood and this and that, but it's also a egg replacer. If you want to make an egg, a goopy egg mimicking paste for baking, and you don't want to use eggs because they're hard to get or whatever, 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed, 3 tablespoons of water, room temperature or hot, and then let it sit for 5 to 15 minutes, at which point it will turn into a goopy egg mimicking paste. That replicates 1 egg when you're baking cakes or whatever else. So, as you can see, an 8-ounce flaxseed jar is going to go quite far in giving you a whole bunch of egg replacements when it comes to, and the people eat it also for health benefits and low calorie and stuff like that. So not a bad thing to have on your shelf, especially since it is shelf stable and it can just sit up there until you need it, right? As long as you don't open it and keep it dry, it doesn't really go bad, not for a long time at least, right? All right, Life Straw Peak Series, Solo Personal Water Filter. Now, does Life Straw have cheaper filters out there? Yes, they do. This one is high quality in the sense that it'll purify your water, but also it is designed for heavy use. It's not an emergency one. This is like for backpackers, okay? It screws on. I have one of these, as you can see up there, bought one on February 16th, 2025. You screw it onto a water bottle, like a smart water bottle. You can buy those at basically any store. It's overpriced bottled water, but anyway, that bottle is usually quite durable, and you can screw it right on there, and that's the same threading that a lot of these other water filters use, the more expensive ones. So this is actually a great deal, and will give you that usage. Life straws that don't screw onto bottles and aren't designed for heavy use aren't that great. It's better to spend a little bit more money and have a good water filter on hand. So I recommend that. That is a cheap one. You can also set up your own gravity feed system with one of these things too. You can look into that. All right, New Power bifacial 100 watt panel, monocrystalline, double-sided. So basically, this is the new one that they're coming out with, the bifacials. Basically, instead of having that white back on the back, it's clear on the back. So basically, the sunlight that's reflecting off the ground can hit the back of the panel. And I'm going to tell you something really cool that you can do with these things too. The bifacial gives you increased power output just by the reflected light off the back, hitting the back of the panel too a little bit. Just increases by a few percentage. You're looking at 25% high efficiency. Monocrystalline is more efficient than the poly, so you got that. Look at that, $48. That's insane. Delivered to your home. I've bought some of these, but they were like more like 60, 70 bucks. I bought them to test them. One of the cool things that you can really do with these bifacial panels too, though, is you can supplement your monofacial panels, which are, you point them at the sun. Bifacial panels, what you do is you actually point the edge up at the sun. That way, as the sun's coming up, it hits the side of the panel, giving you optimal power at the beginning of the day. And as the sun sets on the other side, it hits the other side of the panel and gives you optimal power output at the beginning and end of the day, which supplements your other panels, which are aimed at like the midpoint, where their optimal peak is at the middle of the day. So you get like, it evens out the curve more so that you have more even power flow coming into your battery packs or your chargers all day long. So that can really optimize your system. Will let you put more panels out because during optimal charging for your monofacial panels that are pointed right at the sun at noon, your bifacial panels will be producing practically nothing because it's going to be pointed right at the edge of the panel. So you can look into that yourself on ways you can use bifacial to kind of give you an early day peak and a evening peak to supplement your solar panels out there. It's really cool. Anyway, those are some of the best deals that I saw out there. I will let you know if I see any more, but Black Friday is a great time to buy some things that you're already planning on getting or things that you hoped you could get but were just normally too expensive. Solar panels are a great way to go right now. They've never been this cheap. They've never been this cheap before. I'm going to say that again. And New Power is a name brand panels. I have a whole bunch of New Powers. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Check the pinned comment for all those links, or you can just click through one of those links to get over to Amazon and see what the Black Friday sales they got listed over there yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report out.